Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. I am here with Miss Lori Childs. We have an amazing show ahead of us. Thank you all for tuning back in. We're so grateful to have you. We'll get started shortly. We will be right back.
Welcome to Sableassent. We are a global Black community of businesses, nonprofits, and consumers, exchanging a digital token to empower our community and obliterate poverty. It doesn't matter where you are or what you do, you can transact Sableassent tokens in our global ecosystem and marketplace. In today's global economy, we have moved from a paper society to a digital society. The time is now. Be a part of the new digital world of Sableassent.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. I am your host, Marlena D Evans, and we are here with Miss Lori Childs, CEO of Startup Business Funding LLC, which helps new businesses build credit for funding. She's also the vice president of Green Globe of Essex LLC. Everybody give a warm welcome to Miss Lori Childs. Thank you for coming. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Yay. Okay. Now, you wear many hats. One of them is being a business owner and entrepreneur. So give us some important steps that we can get started with our business.
One of the things you must first decide when you say, I want to be in business, are you, is it a hobby or is it a business? Can you make money from it? Then what you must do is then decide, okay, how is this going to change my life? Can I tailor my life to being an entrepreneur? Because it literally takes all of your time. And then you have to do market research. You've got to do an analysis of what the business is. Is there a need for your business? How are you going to fund it? And can you incorporate your life and tailor your life to that business? Because that business literally becomes you.
Yes. Oh, wow. Those are great pointers. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're taking notes here. Ms. Childs, you've served a lot in your community, and I commend you for that. One of them is being a pre/post counselor for HIV testing. With so much going on in the world, why do you think it's important to get tested? And what are the rates? Are the rates like increasing or decreasing in our community lately?
Marlena, one of the things that I found out, it is essential that people get tested. That you may say, oh, well, I practice safe sex or I don't have sex. It's essential because you have a lot of people walking around that are infected and don't even know that they're infected. And it only takes one time, and that could be the time. So what I say to everybody, you'll never know until you do it. It's not the same as the coronavirus. This is, and it's no longer a death sentence when you are infected, because they do have medications that help people. But I would say if you've been in any kind of sexual contact with anybody unprotected or have used drugs intravenously, even had a blood transfusion, go get tested.
Go get tested, ladies and gentlemen. This is really, really important. And is the rates increasing or decreasing? Have you noticed a fluctuation? Like, has it went up or down? How are we doing?
In the younger population, they have more of an increase. That 18 to 25, they have a lot going on in that age range. They kind of feel they're indispensable, so they do a lot of unsafe practices. And we have more women, African American women, that have a high rate. They weekly, you're seeing about maybe 5,500, being affected by HIV.
Wow. So it's still a big issue that we don't need to ignore just because the coronavirus is going on. We need to make sure we're practicing safe sex, getting tested, and making sure we're not infecting anybody else. That's wonderful. Another way you serve the community is you also counsel our brothers and sisters who are recovering drug addiction. What advice can you lend us to help combat addiction?
As of October 24th, which is this Saturday, I will have 34 years of sobriety.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And it's an everyday battle, but when you come to getting knowledge that you don't have to use substance, you don't have to do any of that mind altering, it helps you to help other people. And what I say, the three things I tell people is, one, if you have a family member who is on drugs, don't enable them, but support them. Because that's one of the biggest things that in our community, a lot of times we will just say, oh, well, they're just a drug addict, but they need support. They need someone to support them and be with them in order to get off of drugs. And you literally got to hold their hand until they can do it for themselves. Don't enable them, giving them money and help them to get high, get them help. My other point that I would like to say is educate yourself about drug addiction and the recovery process. Drug addiction is not just weed anymore. It's not just cocaine and heroin. It's now pills. You have glues. You have cough medicine. Some things that are over the counter, the prescription drugs, and they can't detect it. And someone will say, well, I'm not an abuser. I'm just taking away the pain or taking the edge off. And I would just like to say, get involved in the community. This is Red Ribbon Week. Red Ribbon Week. Yes, it commemorates the life of a DEA agent who lost his life he was undercover and with the cartel, he lost his life. So this is Drug Awareness Month, but this week is also Drug Awareness Week. Find out what people are doing. And for those that are in faith-based communities, you're in church, any kind of organization, find out what people are doing and get involved in that part, I would say, where drugs and alcohol are concerned.
That was wonderful advice, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Miss Lori Childs. And she has recovered herself as well. She is the CEO of Startup Business Funding, LLC, and then Vice President of Green Globe of Essex, LLC. We are about to take a break. Please register your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits at www.sableassent.com. Remember, SAC1 is still available for purchase at p2p-b2b.io. We look forward to seeing you guys back in a moment. Hit subscribe and make sure you like and share. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
A new day has come. Sableassent is taking your business around the world at no cost. We are connecting Black businesses in one global community, transacting with one currency, Sablecoin, creating one economy. Remember, you are not alone. A digital world is here. Register your business today at sableassent.com.
And we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are watching the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. I am your host, Marlena D Evans, and we are here with Miss Lori Childs. If you have just joined us, watch it until the end and make sure you rewind. She left some wonderful, wonderful nuggets with us. Now, Miss Lori, being the CEO of Startup Business Funding, LLC, what are some ways you all help new businesses build credit for funding and getting capital?
We first get everyone to linked up with Dun & Bradstreet. You must get a D&B number, a DUNS number from D&B, Dun & Bradstreet, which will qualify you to start generating a business credit report.
Okay.
Then what we do after that, we start building accounts on your credit report. We start with maybe $100, you're buying paper. As long as the company is reporting it, you start generating a DUNS number, a credit score number under your DUNS number. And then after that, we start building your accounts to funding. You can start doing 5,000, 10,000, 20 to 25,000. And then you can go as high as you want to go, getting credit cards under your business. It has nothing to do with your personal credit. It's separate. Everything about your business is on your business under your EIN and your state tax ID number.
Okay. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Now you have spent quite some time in the financial industry as well, working for different financial places to work at. Now, can you brief us on some things that may appear in like a wealthy person's portfolio? Like what's some things that they are investing in and things that you may see in their portfolio?
One of the things we saw is stocks. Everybody, they say, well, the stock market up, stock market down. Stocks is still a number one thing for a lot of people to have in their portfolio. They have bonds, they have cash. They do have cash.
All right.
They have gold. They have silver. And people everybody talks about gold, but don't discount silver. Silver still has a good value to it.
Okay.
And, they have a cash equivalent. So people are also, I've seen insurances. They have different insurances they take out, and they make that a part of their portfolio because they can, at some point in time, depending what kind of insurance they have, they can cash out a portion of their insurance policy. So I've seen that. They've made that a part of their portfolio. And the new kid on the block is cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
Yes.
The wealthy has cryptocurrency in their portfolio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Speaking of cryptocurrency, did you have anything else that you wanted to say that they had in their portfolio?
No.
What was it? Yes. So speaking of cryptocurrency, first off, thank you for registering your business to accept SAC1. And that just sets you a step ahead of a lot of businesses. As you can see, the wealthy is already investing into cryptocurrency. So for you and your business to say you accept SAC1, we appreciate it. And it also says a lot about your business and being ready to get ready for this digital era that, you're ahead of the curve. So that's great. Now, I wanted to know, what value do you see that Sableassent is bringing to Black communities worldwide?
One of the things is empowerment. And empowerment with bringing the community together, because we all need money. Yes. When we're in business, you're looking for that loan, you're looking for that investor, but it's bringing about unity because it's it's using a biblical principle to sow to someone else. taking from yourself, making that sacrifice and sowing into someone else. So I see the value where not only with just the community, the Black community, where we need to be empowered, one taking care of another.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love it. I love it. Well, we're here speaking to Miss Lori Childs. I am your host, Marlena D Evans of the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. We're going to take a small break. While we're on break, please make sure you register your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits at www.sableassent.com. Remember, SAC1 is still available for purchase in the United States at p2pb2b.io. If you're outside of the United States, you can also purchase SAC1 at latoken.com. We will be right back.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Stablecoin has taken off and we are coming to your community. We are partnering with industries, real estate, agriculture, minerals, energy, and many more. Let's get ahead of the trend. Paper money is a thing of the past. The future of money is digital, decentralized, and moving light speed on a blockchain. Sableassent is created to empower consumers, nonprofits, and business owners in a global Black economy. Now is the time when we buy back our communities. Own your currency today at Sableassent.com.
And we are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. I am your host, Marlena D Evans, and we are here with Miss Lori Childs. If you're just chiming in, watch to the end, but make sure you watch it from the beginning. I mean, she dropped so many nuggets, and we're just so grateful to have her. Now, Miss Childs, you are VP of Green Globe of Essex, LLC, where you build affordable housing. Now, give us an overview kind of like of that company, what you guys do.
Yes. The CEO is Jeffrey Epps. I would be remiss if I couldn't be a VP without a head. So the CEO is Jeffrey Epps, and our vision is there'll be no person left living without shelter. Our mission is to reduce the number of veterans, single mothers, youth living without shelter, to be the resource and a main response organization for people who are unsheltered. I don't know if people realize, but homelessness is on the rise.
Yes, ma'am.
And during this pandemic, people are trying to find ways to have shelter. So our primary principle is that two things I want to mention. All people deserve a safe and a sustainable place to live. Our world is going into sustainability. We're going green. That means wood and brick and the way they built homes in the past, they're not building them now, because one of the things they're finding, the elements of how they've been building homes are unsafe. So our approach is anticipated to yield higher housing retention rates and lower returns to homelessness. So we want to help those that need help, and let it be affordable, because shelter is one of the main things you should not have to worry about.
That is so true. And you can, I know with the pandemic happening right now, it's more and more people becoming homeless. But it's so funny how it's so much help that went out. And it's like, that's how it should have been anyway. We should
Yeah.
be able to aid the homeless and help our citizens of, and in a pandemic, without a pandemic, on an everyday basis as well. I commend with you all what you all are doing. Now,
And Marlena, let me just add one more thing.
uh-huh.
We also want to just let people know there's find the resources. You don't have to be homeless. There are a lot of resources, and people tell you there's no help. There is help, but
Yes.
but you got to do the legwork to find the help. There's help and there's money. So don't be without shelter, because you don't have to be.
You don't have to be without shelter, and that's a wonderful company. I mean, and you're just you have poured your energy into that. It's a great mission to have, and I'm so grateful that you all are thinking about our homeless brothers and sisters. And that's such good advice that they can actually take the time out of their day if they can. I know you're going through a lot if you're homeless out there, but research and look up funding, because it is help out there. So that's a wonderful thing. Now, give us some pointers on how we can make our home more green and environmentally friendly today. So that.
You can embrace natural cleaning products. You can swap regular light bulbs for LED, and get serious about your water. And talk to sustainability counselors. There's people who are certified in this field. They build homes, they know the products, they will help you have help in your home, because Ajax, Clorox, all of those things that we've grown up with, they become very toxic to us.
Yes, they have. Yes. Yes, you're right. And it starts with the products. I try and buy green products, but you're right. I mean, I need to make sure it's more of a focus on that, to watch the environment and to help us out. And we wonder how we can fall of cancer and things. And, you may not have ever, you're like, that person never even, smoked anything or did anything. They had cancer, but it could come from those products with all those chemicals and things like that. So that's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful advice. This has been awesome and a lot of fun. I really, really appreciate your time. I know that you can keep going and going and going, because you all do so much and you help so much. But how can we get in contact with you? Let us know how we can get in contact with you.
So we have Green Globe of Essex is up and coming website. So, but Startup Business Funding is on Facebook at Startup Business Funding, and you can reach me there. Our direct number is 862-944-8663. For anything with Green Globe, you can always get in touch with me, and I can, I can get to everybody that I need to get to. So whatever your need is, you can always call 862-944-8663 or visit us on Facebook at Startup Business Funding.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in once again to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. I am your host, Marlena D Evans. We will be back next Wednesday, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. Make sure you hit like, subscribe. You can also subscribe so you're getting the notifications of where we're coming back up. We are here with Miss Lori Childs. Make sure you all register your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits at www.sableassent.com. And please make sure you know that SAC1 is available for purchase inside of the United States at P2P-B2B.io, or you can purchase outside of the United States at www.latoken.com. We thank you so much for showing back up. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Lori. Did you enjoy yourself today?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. And we will see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right. So here are our issues. I shouldn't say problem. I like the word issues, because my mom and dad always said, Issues can be solved with either time or money. Problems cannot be solved with time or money. Problems are things like, I got cancer, right? I need to get my leg chopped off. But issues are things that can be solved with time or money. So these are issues, unfortunately, that have plagued our communities for hundreds of years. Number one, we have the highest number of unbanked people. Basically means, now we're not talking about the United States only. Everything that we talk about on this call today affects a population of 1.4 to 1.5 billion Blacks worldwide, okay? Yes, the majority of us are in America, but we have people on this line now from Haiti. I'm already looking. Haiti, Nigeria, Ghana. I see Jamaica here. I see Manchester. I see UK. I see many countries of people on this phone right now. So what you're about to see, guys, is representing 1.5 billion people. Okay. Secondly, we have the lowest level of capitalization. That means that we have the lowest level of dollars going actually into our businesses. Okay, the statistic is less than 0.5% of any VC, seed funding, venture capital, banking, any dollars go into any women-owned or Black-owned businesses. Okay, the money's there; they're just not giving it to us. Okay, and lastly, not lastly, the next thing is circulation. Okay. There's probably some Black Wall Street members on the call here today. So you understand the currency circulation model, right? 6 hours is the number that the Black community states that the dollars circulate through our community, right? And then lastly, this one is very dear to my heart. It is the limitations on the opportunities for us to connect globally in finance and business relations. Okay. They are restricting us at a higher level from connecting with each other. Okay, and this system that you're about to see solves all these issues. Okay.